It was a double elimination on The Masked Singer. The crab's reveal gets all the judges emotional, everyone is sad to see the seashell go, and the chameleon is still here? What? Let's get into this week's recap. Hi, I'm Mel.
And I'm Kyle.
And welcome to the Talent Recap Show. All right, Kyle, let's get into this episode of The Masked Singer. What just happened? We had our first ever double reveal on the show this season. How are you feeling about that?
Oh my gosh, I feel great. I mean, we had 2 more unmaskings and got 2 more of our predictions correct. So I think that makes us 42-0 now. So I'm feeling good about this season.
I'm feeling really good with you, Kyle. So let's get into it. It was Seashell that was revealed as none other than Tamara Mowry. You know her from Sister Sister. Everybody knows her. She's a household name along with her sister. And we also have Crab as Bobby Brown, which, Kyle, again, you had predicted this and you are always on point.
Yeah, and Bobby had a really emotional moment after his reveal too, kind of talking about everything that he's been through. And so I think this was a really powerful episode.
All right, Kyle, so now it's everyone's favorite part of the episode where you are going to predict yet another character on The Masked Singer. Now, Kyle, I feel like it's been getting a little too easy for you. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like it's been a little bit too easy. And I feel like since we had a double elimination, how about we have a double reveal?
I say let's do it.
Okay, so you're confident in 2 people that you're going to predict in this week's episode?
Yeah, and so let's get right into it and start with the one that we've gotten requested probably the most since the beginning of the season, the Robopine.
Ooh, Robopine is a good one. I know a lot of people have been in our comments asking who it is. Kyle, give us some tea.
All right, so let's start by debunking some of the rumors around Robopine. We have people in our comments named Chris and Josette Bird guessing that Robopine is Steve Harvey. So, you know, while he is an accomplished person, while he does fit the 60th grandparent criteria that Robopine has said, he's won more Emmy Awards than the combined stats for the season. So there's no way that it can be Steve Harvey because of that. There have also been no clues about game shows or talk shows, which is something that would definitely be in there if it was Steve Harvey. So I would say based on all of that, the rumor of Steve Harvey being the Robopine is debunked.
I gotta feel you on that. And plus, I just don't think Steve Harvey would do the show. Maybe he would. You never know on The Masked Singer, but I think he's good for now.
Yeah, I agree with that. And the next rumor that we're going to debunk is that the Robopine is Terry Crews. And, you know, there are things that make sense. Again, we've seen a lot of police clues, which could be pointing to Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which is a show that Terry Crews is really well known for. But, you know, we saw this clue last week about being in the hunt for some gold, right, for an award. And I don't really know what that would be with Terry Crews. He's not really someone who's in award contention often. He's also too tall to be the Robopine. I think he's like 6'2", and it looks like the Robopine is someone who is a little shorter than Nick Cannon, who's right around 6 feet. And finally, I just don't feel like this is Terry Crews' voice. I mean, the Robopine seems like someone who's a professional singer. So based on all of that, I have to say that this theory is debunked.
The people want to know, Kyle, who is the person underneath the Robopine mask?
All right, so the person underneath the Robopine mask, we saw a clue with a soda can, and this person started in a Coca-Cola commercial. We've also seen a lot of clues pointing to electricity and some lightning bolts, and this person was born in Watts, California. We also saw the number 6 last week, and this person has 6 Grammy nominations. And one of the first clues that we saw from Cluedo was that this person is skilled at not becoming roadkill. And this celebrity is someone who is in the Fast and Furious franchise. So Robopine is, drumroll, Tyrese Gibson.
Listen, Kyle, I knew it. I just knew it off the voice, but I'm gonna let you do your thing. Let us know why that he is Tyrese.
Yeah, so let's go through all of the clues. Besides the ones that I just mentioned, we also saw a lot of clues pointing to Fast and Furious, like the cat and mouse, talking about action-packed and all this stuff. That all points to Fast and Furious. We also saw a lock and key at one point, and Tyrese went to Lock High School. And then he also talked about receiving a call, and the angel said hello, and that's kind of what gave him his big break. And that is a point to John Singleton, who was the director of Baby Boy and kind of gave him his big break in movies. Yeah, and then in the next clue package, we saw a few allusions to superheroes. So Tyrese has created a comic book before, and he's also starring in the upcoming Spider-Man spin-off Morbius, which also explains like that portrait that he had done of himself that had a spider on it. In one of the clues packages too, he says that the superheroes were the workers whose job it was to keep my streets clean. Now this is a very specific clue, but Tyrese has actually talked about in interviews how he wanted to be a trash collector growing up.
You had a big dream of becoming a garbage man.
I did.
That was really?
That was it.
We saw roses in one of the clue packages, which point to his album named Black Rose. I also mentioned that quest for a golden relic. And while Tyrese has been nominated for 6 Grammys, he has never won a Grammy.
It's always been a dream of mine to win a Grammy.
We also saw him we saw a clue with a referee do a traveling motion. And Tyrese Gibson is in the travel business now. He is the chairman and CEO of Voltron Travel, a travel company. The baby blocks and rattle that we saw in this week's clues can obviously point to his movie Baby Boy. The Robopine has said that he's 60 years old. He said that he has grandkids. And I think that can point to he has albums named Alter Ego and Identity Theft. So I think that could play a part in this. And lastly, besides the voice, of course, he was actually caught in a Don't Talk to Me hoodie on his Instagram. So another person who falls victim to showing who he is before it's even revealed on the show. But all of that points to Tyrese being the Robopine.
Kyle, that was the most epic rundown on the Masked Singer recap show history. Who can disagree with you after that? You guys let us know if you agree that Robopine is none other than Tyrese. If you disagree with Kyle, also let us know why. I don't know how you could after a rundown like that. But let's get into the next reveal, I should say next prediction that you have. Who is it gonna be?
All right, so next up, we are ready to reveal the Yeti, but I think we make everyone wait a little bit. I mean, it's a double elimination week. We've predicted somebody, so we got a lot going on this week, so we're gonna save this one for next week.
You know what, I'm good with that, Kyle. We've gotten a lot of surprises on the Masked Singer. I guess we could throw one on the show too, right?
Yep, time for a little game changer there.
Anyways, I think it's time for us to wrap up the show. Kyle, let everybody know where they can find you on socials.
Yeah, it's Kmont Pleasure on Instagram and Twitter.
And you can find me at _MELBAE, but make sure you're following us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. You're on YouTube right now. Click the subscribe button at Talent Recap, you guys. But I think it's time for us to say, and that's our Talent Recap.
Hey, what are you doing tonight? Well, I think you should hit that subscribe button down below, and then we can talk.